This is actually a really important thing, skill peer related. This last patch note here, and this is probably one of the things that makes this entire Ninja Strike feel all the more wholesome, is that they removed the level 59 magic requirement on the Family Crest quest. And you might be wondering, what does that have to do with anything here? Well, the Family Crest quest is the quest that gives you those gauntlets, like the goldsmithing gauntlets, the cooking gauntlets, and so on and so forth. And one of the requirements of that quest is you needed to use, I believe it's the bolt magic spells on Chronozon, who's level 84. And as such, they said, hey, because of this, you need 59 magic, because that's when you can activate these spells. But the interesting part in the way the game has evolved since this quest came out is that you can actually kill Chronozon and progress the quest and complete the quest by using a Death Touch dart. So as a result, a skill peer can go in to Family Crest and use a dart on Chronozon and not even need that 59 magic requirement now. And that's why it was removed, is it just allows more people to do this quest. And sure, you could still, kill him the old-fashioned way if you didn't want to use a dart, but of course you can get darts now from the Traveling Merchant Shop. You can get them from the weekly task reward track as well. So there's plenty of sources of darts in the game, and this is just enabling more people to get through this quest. And I feel like this patch note here makes this all the more wholesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
Yep.
And I remember looking at this when I made my skill peer, and I was like, okay, so how is this going to work? I mean, you can dart it, but you still need the 59 magic requirement. So I think if I ever fully pick up the skill peer here again, this will definitely be one of the quests that I can do, because we all know how important those smithing gauntlets are now, right?
Yeah.
And even the cooking gauntlets are important to bring down those non-burn rates and things. So I don't know I think there's only 2 gauntlets.
No, there's 3. I was trying to remember what the third one was. The Chaos Gauntlets, 10% damage boost to bolt spells. That's
the one no one uses. There's only 2 gauntlets people use. So
yeah, but I love this update this week. And granted, it's only a set of patch notes, but I think the credit needs to go out to the production team at Jagex for packaging these in so much a way that they actually feel like an update. So, because
and I think again, it's not a it's not a play style that I would probably use, and I say probably because in a year's time, once I've got my trim comp and everything, I might say, well, hey, I'm just going to do something like this. But it gives another game style. It gives that diversity of play to people, and and hey, if it brings in new accounts, if someone is maxed out and they just want to do this and they start another account. It's more money for development to do things like this. So, it can only be a good thing.
Yeah, and I mean, my skill peer started as my second Golden Party Hat account. That's when I made it.
Yeah,
so
that's when all my ones started.
And then you can kind of just from there meander off on which direction you want to go. But in general, I think we need to see more of this. I think we need to see more of these mini strikes focusing in around a certain area and packaging them as such as an update, because this kind of goes back to the olden days, thinking about it, where Andrew would just write a news post saying, hey, we changed, this handful of things, here's your RuneScape update for the week. And I think you could have the massive big Ninja Strikes and patch notes weeks, and then you could have these other little ones to sprinkle in, it can kind of, I think, fill a gap of when it feels like we have no updates. And that's my hope going forward with these sorts of things.